Welcome back to Nifty Garage. My name is Sheldon. Today we have a 370Z on the lift, and I'm going to show you how to remove your A pillars and your B pillars. In order to take the A and B pillars off, I do like to take the weather stripping off, and we're going to save that too. So we're just going to hop right into it. First things first is there's 3 plastic clips right here. Just get a clip remover. On these ones, I do like to use like the narrower mouth ones. You can see like that has a wider mouth, this has a narrow mouth. I do like to use the narrow ones on these pins so that they don't break, because you want to keep your weather strip nicely. And then you're just going to kind of pull this out. And if you feel it sticking, that's because it's doing its job. It is double-sided taped all the way through this whole thing. So just pull it off very carefully. If you feel resistance, which you should the whole time, just get your pry bar or your clip remover and kind of slide it up along the chassis, so you're not ripping the weather strip, you're just getting through the double-sided tape. This is kind of like a tedious part of doing this, but I'm going to tell you right now, you do not want to replace these. I believe for 350Zs at least, these are like $300 to $500 per side to replace just the weather strip itself. So if you have a good weather strip, don't ruin it. So you need to be able to watch like literally every millimeter that you're pulling this off, because once it separates, you really can't save it. And then once you get to this section right here, I like to roll the inner part of the weather strip out. There's like a plastic clip in here, and you want to slide that out first. Let's pop that little clip right there, and then the inside of the weather strip should pull up, and it releases that plastic tab so you don't rip that out. And then keep going. Alright, we didn't rip anything. Obviously this is the old double-sided tape that's on there. When you put new ones on, you can just use 3M tape and put it wherever you see this. It goes all the way down to there. You can also put a little piece right there, but these clips normally hold that in pretty good for you. Now that the weather strip is removed, we can see the B-pillar better, and the reason you need to be able to see the B-pillar is so you can see where to pry from. There's 3 tabs on here. There's one here, here, and right there. So basically, if we pry on the outside of the clip, we're going to break the B-pillar. If we pry on the inside, we won't break the B-pillar. So I'm going to grab a different pry tool, a flat one. So we're going to go from the bottom right here. I got a flat style one. Yep, it broke. Alright, so that one didn't break. And then we got the last one right here. Okay, so 2 out of the 3 made it. I mean, it is what it is. At least this will stay on. And I think that piece did go somewhere. But the B-pillar's off now. The reason you take the B-pillar off is so that you can access the Phillips head screwdriver, or the Phillips head screw right here. So now we are going to get, we're going to get our narrow one, our narrow clip remover. And you want to do this first before you do anything. There's another plastic clip that holds this metal like weather track on. You want to take this out first, because if you don't, it will break the A-pillar. It'll crack right here. It'll still be usable, but I'm trying to just teach you the right way. So pull that out like so. Nothing's broken. Now we're going to take our Phillips heads. I normally like to leave like the top 2 in, just so that if you leave this one in and you take all these off, it's going to want to swing down. So I'll leave the top center one in and then do that last, so it doesn't bend anything. All right, so now that all the screws are out of the track except this last one, I keep calling it a track. I wouldn't say that that is the right term for it, but there's like a little metal brace, I guess you could say. Let's get this one out from under the B pillar. All right, and now this is also the fun part because there's like 20 of these. Not 20. There's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's probably like 9. I try to always feel for flex to see if there's a good spot to go in at. If there's not, I'll go in through the back. And I kind of feel around. I mean, you really can't feel much in this thing, but I've done enough of these to where if you're doing this at home, you're gonna want to be right on this edge right here, and that will pull the rear one out. Once you get the first one out of the rear, you should be able to slide down and see where it gets like tighter at. This is all by like feel, so just kind of work your way down. And if you're prying really hard, you shouldn't be. All right, now let's see here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I was off by 1, but none of them are broken. I guess technically there is 9 because there's one up here. This one was already out. This last one that was already popped, that is right here at the edge of the A-pillar, it goes into the hood hinge right there. So if you're feeling resistance when you get all those off, it's because that one in the hood hinge is right there. And then there's a aligner tab for the A-pillar. That is also right there. All that does though is slide in and out of there. So there's no resistance on that. Just make sure that you're pulling straight up with that. That is how you remove your A and B pillars without breaking them.